You're looking for something. You know it's here somewhere. 30 minutes later, you're still searching. Opening every drawer, moving every box, getting more frustrated. That's not normal. That's clutter stealing your life. As you get older, everything becomes harder. Your body aches. Your energy drops. That's why you need to clean out your home now, while you still can. Dorothy is 73, lives in San Antonio. She couldn't open her bedroom door, 20 years of stuff blocking it. After we cleared it out, she cried. She said, "I can finally breathe again." Someone commented, "People who declutter well also manage relationships well. They don't let unnecessary thoughts pile up." Exactly right. Clear your space, clear your mind. Today I'm sharing 7 things you must throw out before 70, even if it hurts, even if you paid good money for them, because holding on to the past is stealing your present. Hit that like button and subscribe. Tell me in the comments which item you'll tackle first. Let's begin. Thing number 1. Underwear and undergarments over 1 year old. Nobody wants to talk about this one, but we need to. Underwear has a short lifespan. Experts say 6 months to 1 year maximum, even if you rotate between multiple pairs. Why? Because underwear is constantly exposed to bacteria. Washing helps. But over time, elastic breaks down. Fabric gets thin. Bacteria embeds in fibers. A study at New York University found that even after washing, underwear retains bacteria. Not enough to make you sick, but enough that you should replace them regularly. Barbara told me she had underwear from 5 years ago. 5 years. "But I wash them," she said. I explained, "Washing doesn't restore elastic. It doesn't fix thinning fabric. It doesn't make old underwear new again." Think about it this way. You wouldn't use the same toothbrush for 5 years. Why use the same underwear? I know what you're thinking. Underwear is expensive, especially good quality. Replacing it regularly adds up. But your health is worth it. Your comfort is worth it. Here's my recommendation. Buy 6 or 7 pairs of good quality underwear. Rotate through them. Replace them once a year. Mark your calendar. Every January, buy new underwear. Throw out the old. Some people ask, "Can I donate old underwear?" No, never. Underwear goes in trash. Donation centers can't and won't accept used underwear for obvious hygiene reasons. Same goes for bras. If the elastic is stretched, if the underwire is poking through, if the straps are fraying, throw it out. You spend hours every day in your underwear. It should fit well, feel comfortable, not be held together by safety pins or stretched out elastic. Thing number 2, exercise equipment you haven't used in 2 years. We've all done it. January comes, New Year's resolution. This is the year I get in shape. So you buy a treadmill, or a stationary bike, or resistance bands. First week, you use it every day. You're motivated, you're committed. Then February hits. 3 times a week, then twice, then once. By March, it's a clothes hanger. Helen lives in Portland. She's 68. When I walked into her spare bedroom, I counted 5 pieces of exercise equipment. A treadmill, an elliptical, a yoga mat still in packaging, resistance bands, free weights. "How often do you use these?" I asked. She looked at the floor. "I keep meaning to." Here's the truth. If you haven't used exercise equipment in 2 years, you're not going to start now. That's not criticism, that's reality. These machines are heavy. They take up massive space. They make cleaning difficult. They become visual reminders of failed goals. And that creates guilt every time you see them. Robert in Phoenix had a rowing machine in his living room for 8 years. 8 years. He used it maybe 10 times total, but he couldn't let it go because it cost $600. Finally, his daughter convinced him. They posted it on Facebook Marketplace for $150. Sold in 2 days. Buyer picked it up, Robert called me a week later. He said, "I can't believe how much bigger my living room feels. I actually invite friends over now." That's what happens when you clear space. Your home opens up. Your life opens up. If you haven't used your exercise equipment in 2 years, here's what to do. Take a photo. Post it online. Price it to sell quickly. If nobody buys it within a week, donate it to a community center. They'll usually pick it up free. Don't let guilt trap you. That machine isn't making you healthier. It's just making your home smaller. Thing number 3. Towels older than 2 years. Most people don't know this. Towels have an expiration date. Even with regular washing, towel fibers break down. They lose softness. They lose absorbency. They start harboring bacteria that washing can't fully remove. Experts recommend replacing bath towels every 1 to 2 years. Kitchen towels even more frequently. Think about it. You use your bath towel on your clean body after every shower. But that towel sits in a humid bathroom, moisture trapped in fibers, perfect breeding ground for bacteria and mold. Over time, those towels develop that musty smell. You know the one. That smell that doesn't go away no matter how many times you wash them. Dorothy had towels stiff as cardboard. I asked her, "When did you buy these?" She thought for a moment. Maybe 10 years ago? 10 years. She'd been drying her clean body with decade-old bacteria-filled towels. Here's what happens to old towels. The fibers get rough. They don't absorb water well. They can irritate your skin, especially if you have sensitive skin or conditions like eczema. Some people try to revive old towels by washing with vinegar or baking soda. That might help temporarily, but it doesn't replace worn-out fibers. If your towels are rough, stiff, or have that permanent musty smell, replace them. You don't need expensive towels. A decent set from Target or Walmart works fine. Just make sure they're fresh. Old towels don't have to go in trash. Cut them into smaller pieces. Use them as cleaning rags, for washing your car, for wiping counters, for cleaning bathrooms. A torn-up old towel makes an excellent cleaning cloth, better than most store-bought rags. Just don't use it on your body anymore. Thing number 4. Faux leather bags, shoes, and jackets that are flaking apart. Faux leather has a lifespan, usually 3 to 5 years. After that, it breaks down. The coating cracks. Little black flakes appear everywhere. Barbara in Denver learned this the hard way. She wore a faux leather jacket to her grandson's graduation. Halfway through the ceremony, she looked down. Black specks all over her white dress. The jacket was disintegrating. She spent the rest of the day in the bathroom, picking off flakes. Missed most of the celebration. Faux leather doesn't age like real leather. Once it starts flaking, there's no fixing it. You can't condition it. You can't restore it. It's done. And here's the worst part. Those flakes get everywhere. Your car seats, your furniture, your other clothes. Nearly impossible to vacuum up completely. I've seen people try to save faux leather with tape, with glue, with leather conditioner. Nothing works. If your faux leather bag or shoes or jacket shows any signs of flaking, throw it out today. Don't wait until you're in public and it falls apart. Some people ask, "Can I donate faux leather items?" The answer is no. Donation centers can't resell items that are falling apart. It creates more work for them. Faux leather goes in regular trash. I know it feels wasteful, especially if you paid good money. But keeping broken items doesn't make them useful. It just fills your closet with things you can't wear. Thing number 5, accessories that are out of style, sunglasses, scarves, belts, hats, jewelry. These items follow trends, and trends change fast. What looked fashionable 5 years ago often looks dated now. Helen had a drawer full of sunglasses, big ones, small ones, colorful ones. cat eye shapes from the 2000s, aviators from the 90s. "When's the last time you wore any of these?" I asked. She picked up a pair, put them on, looked in mirror, made a face. "These look ridiculous now." "Exactly. Accessories are trend-driven. That's fine when they're current. But holding on to outdated accessories just creates clutter. Here's what I recommend. Keep 1 or 2 pairs of classic sunglasses, simple black or brown frames, styles that don't scream a particular decade. Same with scarves and belts. Keep the classics. Get rid of trendy pieces you bought years ago and never wear anymore. Costume jewelry is another big one. Those chunky necklaces from the 2000s, the tiny delicate pieces from the 90s, the bright-colored plastic bracelets you bought on vacation. If you haven't worn it in a year, donate it. Someone else might love it, but it's not serving you anymore. And please, please throw away broken jewelry. That necklace with the broken clasp you've been meaning to fix for 3 years? You're not going to fix it. Let it go. Accessories should enhance your current style, not remind you of styles you used to have. Thing number 6. Clothes you haven't worn in 2 years. This is the big one, the one that stops most people. We hold on to clothes for so many reasons. This cost me $200. This was a gift from my daughter. I'll fit into this again someday. I might need this for a special occasion. But here's the reality. If you haven't worn something in 2 years, you're probably never wearing it again. Our bodies change as we age. Our lifestyles change. Our style preferences change. That dress that looked perfect at 50 might not work at 70. Helen's closet was packed. I mean packed. Clothes from the 80s, 90s, 2000s. She had dresses she wore to her children's weddings, suits from her career, blazers with shoulder pads you could land a plane on. "Do you wear any of this?" I asked. "Not really," she admitted, "but they're all in good condition." Good condition doesn't mean useful. A perfectly preserved polyester suit from 1985 is still a suit you'll never wear. Here's my rule. Take everything out of your closet. Everything. Make 3 piles. Pile 1. I wore this in the last year. Pile 2. I haven't worn this, but I have a specific upcoming event where I'll wear it. Pile 3. Everything else. Pile 1 goes back in the closet. Pile 2 gets 1 year. If that event doesn't happen, or you don't actually wear it, it goes. Pile 3 leaves your home today. But what about stretched-out t-shirts, shirts with holes, underwear with sagging elastic? Those don't even make it to pile 3. Those go straight in trash. I see this all the time. People keeping ratty old t-shirts for sleeping or lounging around the house. But you know what? You deserve to feel good in your sleep clothes, too. You deserve clothes that fit properly and look decent. Robert had 15 stretched-out t-shirts, all with holes, all stained. He said, "These are comfortable." I said, "Robert, you can be comfortable in clothes that don't have holes." We threw out 12 of them, kept 3 that were in decent shape for lounging, bought him 2 new comfortable t-shirts for sleeping. He told me later, "I didn't realize how much better I'd feel wearing clothes that aren't falling apart." If you can't bring yourself to throw away expensive clothes, donate them. But be honest. Would you give these clothes to someone you respect? Or are you just passing your clutter to someone else? Quality donation centers like Goodwill or Salvation Army can use nice clothes. But clothes with holes, stains, or significant wear, those just create work for them. They have to sort and throw those away anyway. Be ruthless with clothes. Your closet will thank you. Your mornings will be easier. And you'll actually wear the clothes you own. Thing number 7, old blankets and comforters. Blankets seem harmless. They're just fabric, right? What's the harm in keeping them? The harm is space, storage, and the fact that old blankets collect dust, allergens, and wear out over time. Robert had 8 blankets in his linen closet. 8 for one person. "Why do you need 8 blankets?" I asked. "In case guests come over." "When's the last time you had overnight guests?" he thought. "Maybe 4 years ago?" So he was storing 8 blankets for guests that might come once every 4 years. Here's what you actually need: 1 blanket for each bed in your house, maybe 1 extra for unexpected guests. That's it. Those thin-pilled blankets from 20 years ago, donate them to an animal shelter. Shelters use old blankets as bedding for dogs and cats. It's a perfect second life for worn-out blankets. Comforters and duvets are trickier. They're expensive. We want them to last forever. But comforters break down. The filling clumps. They lose warmth. They get stained. If your comforter is more than 10 years old, consider replacing it. Your sleep quality will improve. Your bedroom will look fresher. And here's a tip. When you buy a new comforter, get a washable one. Comforters that require dry cleaning are a pain. You'll never clean them as often as you should. Now let's talk about how to actually do this. Because knowing what to get rid of is one thing. Actually doing it is another. Start small. Don't try to declutter your entire house in one weekend. That's overwhelming. You'll burn out. You'll give up. Instead, pick one category. Just one. This week, tackle old towels. Next week, clothes you don't wear. Week after that, exercise equipment. Set a timer for 30 minutes. Work for just 30 minutes. Then stop. Even if you're not done. Even if you want to keep going. Why? Because decluttering is exhausting. Emotionally and physically. 30-minute sessions prevent burnout. Dorothy tried to clean her whole house in one day. By noon, she was exhausted, frustrated, overwhelmed. She gave up and didn't touch anything for another 6 months. When we worked together, we did 30 minutes a day. Just 30 minutes. In 2 weeks, her house was transformed. Here's another important point. Don't ask family members for permission, especially adult children who don't live with you. I've seen this so many times. Someone finally decides to throw out an old vase. Their daughter finds out. "Mom, I gave you that vase. Why would you throw it away?" Now the person feels guilty. The vase stays. Nothing changes. Your home is yours. You get to decide what stays and what goes. If throwing something away improves your daily life, that's reason enough. Yes, even gifts, even things from people you love. The gift was the gesture. You appreciated it. You used it for years. Now it's time to let it go. Barbara struggled with this. Her son gave her a coffee maker 10 years ago. It barely worked anymore. But she kept it because it was from him. I asked, "If you threw this away, would your son be hurt?" She thought. "Honestly, he probably doesn't even remember giving it to me." Exactly. Most people don't track the gifts they give. They're not keeping an inventory. They won't notice or care if you replace that coffee maker. And if they do ask, be honest. I used it for 10 years. It was wonderful, but it stopped working, so I got a new one. Thank you for thinking of me back then. Nobody reasonable gets upset about that. Here's what happens when you clear out these 7 things. Your home feels bigger, lighter, easier to clean, easier to navigate. You'll have more energy, not because the stuff was heavy, but because visual clutter creates mental clutter. Every object you see is a decision your brain has to make. Keep it, move it, clean it, use it, remove the objects, remove the decisions. Dorothy's bedroom had so much stuff, she couldn't vacuum. Dust everywhere. She blamed herself. Thought she was lazy. But she wasn't lazy. She was overwhelmed. Once we cleared the room, vacuuming took 5 minutes. She started sleeping better. Her allergies improved. Her mood lifted. All because we removed things she didn't need. I want to address one more thing. Some of you are thinking, but what if I need it someday? Let me tell you a secret. That someday almost never comes. And when it does, there's always another option. Need a blanket for a guest? You can buy one for $20 at Target. Need exercise equipment? You can go for a walk. Free. Need that old jacket that's falling apart? You can buy a new one that actually fits and looks good. We hold on to things out of fear of wasting money, fear of needing it later, fear of regret. But holding on to unused items guarantees waste. You already wasted the money when you stopped using it. Keeping it doesn't unwaste that money. It just wastes your space, too. Helen said something that stuck with me. After we finished decluttering her closet, she stood there looking at all the empty space. She said, "I thought I'd feel sad, like I lost something, but I don't. I feel free." That's what decluttering gives you. Freedom. Freedom from the past. Freedom from guilt. Freedom from stuff that no longer serves you.
So here's your action plan. This week, pick one of these 7 categories. Just one. Go to that area of your home. Set a timer for 30 minutes. Put on music if it helps. Make it pleasant. Sort items into 3 bags. Keep, donate, trash. Be honest with yourself. If you haven't used it in 2 years, it goes. If it's broken or worn out, it goes. If it makes you feel guilty every time you see it, it definitely goes. When the timer goes off, stop. Take the donation bag to your car right now, today. Don't wait. If you wait, you'll start second-guessing yourself. Take it out of your house immediately. Tomorrow, drop it off at a donation center. Don't overthink which one. Any reputable place will do. The trash bag? Take it straight to your outside bin. Don't let it sit in your garage or basement. Out of the house. Today. Then reward yourself. Seriously. You just did something difficult. Something most people avoid for years. Celebrate that.
Make yourself a nice cup of coffee. Watch your favorite show. Call a friend and tell them what you accomplished. Positive reinforcement makes you want to do it again next week. Remember, you're not getting rid of memories. You're making room for your present life, for ease, for comfort, for the things and people that actually matter right now. Your home should support you, not burden you. Every item you remove is one less thing to clean, to maintain, to think about. And here's the beautiful truth. Nobody declutters their home and regrets it. Nobody finishes and thinks, "I wish I'd kept all that stuff." But thousands of people regret not doing it sooner. Don't be one of them. Start today. Pick one category, 30 minutes. You can do this. Leave a comment telling me which item you're starting with. Are you tackling exercise equipment? Old towels? Clothes you don't wear? I want to hear from you. Your comment might inspire someone else to start too. If this video helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking steps toward a simpler, lighter life. You deserve a home that brings you peace, not stress. Let's make that happen together.